Good morning from Khao Sok National Park. This place is in the top 3 of a lot of backpackers. In this video we are going on a 2-day, 1-night tour from Coco Hostel, which is where I've stayed. I've arrived here yesterday when it was already dark, so I didn't get to see much of the landscape, but we definitely will today and I'm so excited. I took a flight from Chiang Mai in northern Thailand to Surat Thani. When I arrived at the airport, a Dutch couple approached me to share their minivan, and this came like a godsend, because otherwise I would have had to pay for a taxi all by myself because it was too late for a bus. We even stopped for some snacks along the way, and after an hour and a half, I arrived at my hostel and got to spend the night in this comfortable bed. And the next morning, an a la carte breakfast was already included. There are 2 things that might throw a spanner in the works. One is the weather, but for now, it looks alright. It's sunny. So let's hope for the best. And the second one I will talk about as we get to deal with it. We were picked up by a minivan and almost the entire van spoke Dutch, which hadn't been the case for 3 weeks for me at this point. We drove for almost an hour through this beautiful landscape before we reached a local supermarket to get the last snacks and also a head torch. We then finally arrived at the pier where we would board the boat. We reached our accommodation. We would spend the night in these overwater wooden bungalows. I can't believe this. I have a private room all to myself with a big bed. And look at that view. We have arrived well. I think we spent about an hour or an hour and a half in the boat getting here. It was a really lovely boat ride, but have a look at the wind before you board to make sure that you are on the dry side of the boat. I was in the sun a bit though, and I was really freaking out because I didn't see any birds around. Usually, like pretty much anywhere else in the world, this would be the perfect place for birds to be, and I think I've seen like 5 fly by now after hours. So I'm a bit concerned, maybe they know more than we do. In front of the bungalows you could swim or use the kayaks. There was a small reception to buy snacks and charge your phone in the evening, and next to it is the restaurant where we had all our meals included. The lunch was all-you-can-eat deliciousness. There is a bathroom block with toilets and showers for men and women separately, and we could see the monkeys come down to the water behind the kitchen to take any food waste. We have just had a lovely lunch, some chicken and noodles, and then in about 10 minutes we are off to go on a hike to a cave. We will be hiking for about 5 kilometers, and one of the big things about the hiking here was leeches, and I've been so preoccupied with worrying about the leeches that I completely forgot about the snakes. But hopefully we won't see any of that. We've seen some monkeys already. We will go on a wildlife boat tour later and also tomorrow morning. So a girl who came here yesterday, she said that they spotted otters, which I would love to see, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. People who wanted to could take some of these shoes for the hike, but I was very happy with my waterproof Teva sandals. I was warned about the hike being wet. Little did I know just how wet it would get.
We did walk on a path along the river as well, but a lot of the hike was us walking through water.
Is yours on already? There's a little thing at the side. Do you want me to do it? Yeah. Ah, there we go.
We put on our head torch and were ready to go. It was time to go inside the cave. And guess what? The river streamed through the cave. We were up to our chests in the water at some points. If it wasn't for our lights, there wasn't much to see in there. It was slightly underwhelming. We couldn't go into the cave that deep, I think maybe 100 or 200 meters, so before we knew it, we were leaving the cave again. We made our way back to the boat along the exact same route as we had come.
That was by far the wettest excursion I have been on, ever. There wasn't really much of a path, but we survived and the cave was pretty cool. But I don't know if I would prefer staying here and enjoying the landscape and swimming and kayaking more than doing that hike and going into the cave. Up to you, now you've seen it and you can make your decision for yourself. I'm glad that I don't think they're religious. No snakes, always good. And now I've put on my bikini and I'm going for a swim. We also got a snack, a banana leaf with sticky rice and banana inside. And I'm drying my clothes. I hope that they will dry, although I'm not very hopeful. As you can see, I wore some really light polyester shorts that, I don't know, they don't weigh much when they get wet. I always wear them when I'm going kayaking or whenever. Then don't even bother with shirts. Guys, don't wear a shirt. I should have put on my bikini top and just went like that. And when it comes to mosquito repellent, there's no point in even putting it on because it'll just get washed off. I got to the excursion and I was like, shit, I forgot my mosquito repellent. Remember what happened when I forgot my sunscreen? But yeah, I didn't need it after all.
I then got in a kayak with my Swiss neighbor, and it wasn't long before we spotted a huge group of monkeys. Then it was time for our evening wildlife boat safari. And lo and behold, there were lots of birds. I guess they stay out of the sun and the heat during the hottest part of the day, which makes perfect sense. We spotted a fish eagle and lots of different kinds of monkeys. We cruised around a bit more and then saw a buffalo in the distance, but by the time we got closer, it had gone. And then it was time for dinner. Another all-you-can-eat feast with Thai omelettes, sweet chili fish, massaman curry, my favorite, and more. I had a nocturnal visitor at my hut, and after some games, I tried to go to sleep.
Good morning. It is our second day in the Khao Sok National Park, and the day started with a little sunrise expedition with a kayak. I was joined by Ramses, a fellow Belgian, and we didn't see much of a sunrise, but we did get to see lots of different birds, and yeah, the mist over the trees. It was really nice.
We got up before 6 to set off on our sunrise mission. We didn't see much except for a heron, a fish eagle catching his breakfast right in front of us, and even some toucan flying over.
We then went on another wildlife boat trip, which we mainly saw monkeys. I was really hoping to see the otters, and I do think I spotted one, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it was still nice to get out on the water and see more of the national park. And now we've had a lovely breakfast, some pancakes with banana. Now everyone's just taking some time off before we set off on another trip. We should go to another cave, which will only be a 4-minute walk this time and not as challenging as yesterday's. And we will only go about 50 meters inside the cave. And then we will also go and see the 3 pillars that's like the famous image of the national park. We will come back for lunch and then make our way back to the city.
Like I said before, Thai safety regulations and accessibility are pretty much non-existent, so this visit is at your own risk. Be careful. These caves were a lot more fun to visit in my opinion, not just because they were dry, but also because it was full of cute little bats. Set off again, and our next stop were the famous 3 pillars. We tried to all get a picture without tipping the boat, but I must say the surrounding landscape is so much more impressive than these 3 pillars. We then had a picnic on the boat with fried rice, fresh fruit, these incredible banana crisps, and even Oreos before making our way back to dry land. That is it for my amazing time here in Khao Sok. It was honestly like a fairy tale, like it wasn't even real. I'm so sad that it was over so fast, but now I am on my way to Ao Nang. I just booked a bus at the reception here, so you can easily leave the same day that you come back from the tour, but I decided to stay an extra night and leave the next day. So that is what I'm doing now. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my other videos of Southeast Asia. I hope to see you in the next video.